guys doing? Welcome to my channel, Infinite Intuition. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if not, then just welcome. I hope you enjoy this video today. So today we're going to be focusing on a viewer's question, and your question actually sparked something that I wanted to talk about. I think I've talked about it before, and I just wanted to touch on it again because I do feel like what you asked may be connected to something else that I've heard about. And so I want to ask my guides that today and see if there is a connection. But of course, as well as making sure that your question gets answered, I also included some of my own questions to go with it, looking up the definitions of what you were specifically asking, and I put a link down below for anybody who would like to look at the definition of what these really mean. For one thing, we're going to be talking about a new world order, and we are going to talk about de-dollarization. And so I knew what that meant, but just in case others didn't, I just put those links down below just so you can go ahead and read up a little bit more on that. The links that I provided, I didn't read the entire page just because the beginning part of the page pretty much gives a summary of what the rest of the page talks about. So my questions do revolve around that summary. And I included these questions just to gain some clarity, just to get some clarification and see if the answers that we get today do actually go together. I just wanted to make sure that they make sense and that we're not getting contradicting answers. We're also going to be talking about the golden future of 2032, and then I'm actually going to be using some of my cards today. So I guess this video, I do have it listed as a let's talk, just because I don't really know what else to call this. Usually my let's talks, which I only have a couple of, involve me just simply talking and giving a prayer. I even use sigils. For this video, I don't have a prayer and I don't have sigils, but it is me talking because I feel like the talks about a new world order, specifically for the year 2030, did kind of possibly connect with this 2032 thing as well that I've been hearing. But we're just adding pendulum and cards today to our talk. So let's go ahead and get into the questions about a new world order, specifically by the year 2030. Will there be a new world order by the year 2030? Yes, thank you. Will planet Earth have only one government by the year 2030? Okay, I'm getting a possibly. Thank you. So there is a chance by the year 2030, Earth could have one government. Yes, thank you. If Earth only has one government, will it be for humanity's greatest good? Yes, thank you. And just to make sure, because again, I'm going off of what I read on that page that I shared in the link below, will this new world order be apocalyptic, meaning all life on Earth will end? No, thank you. Will this new world order be millenarian, meaning the world will experience a fundamental transformation? Yes, thank you. Will this transformation be religious? Possibly. Thank you. Will this transformation be political? Yes, thank you. Will this transformation be social in a way that we act better towards one another? Yes, thank you. Is the New World Order a conspiracy? No. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I was going to say if the answer was yes, are only parts of it a conspiracy? But they're saying no again. Okay, thank you. But is the apocalyptic part of it a conspiracy? Yes, okay, thank you. So everything about the New World Order will happen. Yes, thank you. But that excludes the apocalyptic part. Yes, thank you. So this will all be about positive change. Yes, thank you. Do we need to fear the New World Order? No, thank you. Was this always the way things were meant to happen for Earth and humanity? Yes, thank you. So this was always the goal for life on Earth? Yes, thank you. Was this a goal for us spiritually? Yes, thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to de-dollarization. Will there be news about de-dollarization in the next coming years? Yes, thank you. So countries around the world will reduce reliance on the US dollar? Yes, thank you. So if this is the case, then an alternative global financial and technological system will be created. Yes, thank you. Will de-dollarization happen before 2030? Yes, thank you. Okay, so you're saying between this year, 2025, and 2030, de-dollarization will happen. Yes, thank you. Will de-dollarization happen in 2026? No, thank you. Will it happen in 2027? No, thank you. How about 2028? Yes, thank you. Okay, so you're saying in 2028 we will see de-dollarization happen. Yes, thank you. Is this also when a new world order will happen? No, thank you. Will the new world order happen in 2029? Yes, thank you. When we talk about this new world order and de-dollarization, is that leading us into the golden future? Yes, thank you. And all of this will finalize the new world order and de-dollarization and transformation. Will it finalize in 2032? Yes, thank you. So between 2032 and 2050, we will be working towards the 5D realm. Yes, thank you. Okay, so those are all the questions that I have. If you have any other questions, please write them down below and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. I know I haven't been posting a lot lately, and I think part of it has to do with the change of the weather and then it messing with my chronic pain. I'm just not having a ton of energy at this time. It's like I've been like going up and down a lot with my energy levels. So I apologize for that. I'm trying to manage it the best I can and still get videos out for you guys, but if I just don't have the energy, I don't want it to mess up the reading. I would like my readings to be as accurate as possible. But the reason I was asking about 2032 into 2050 and talking about the like the 5D realm is just something that I've been hearing for a little while now. And it's just a path towards a better future for humanity, a better future for our planet, for all of our well being. I'll be honest and say I don't know a whole lot about it. I do have books about it, which I'm actually going to show you in just a moment. I just haven't been able to actually open these books and read them. I've just been having a lot going on. And again, with my energy level going up and down, I can't always focus. I want to be able to focus on it, and I want to be able to ask questions in a coherent way, as detailed as possible, so we can get the right answers. And I don't want to copy what Karen over on Ask Spirit Guides is doing, because she actually has a membership. It's like a $5 membership each month where she's been reading chapters, like she goes chapter by chapter of the golden future of the book The Golden Future by Diana Cooper, talking about 2032 and I guess 2050 as well, but more so focused around 2032, because this is when things are supposed to get better. This is when the big transformation is really supposed to, like, or I should say, like, all of this transformative stuff is really supposed to settle in. And talking about, like, we're going to be seeing a lot of drastic changes leading up to that point, leading up to that year, but it's all for the greater good. And it may not feel like it now, but it is supposed to get better. And so I have hope that that's true. But let me actually show you what these books look like. So I'm just going to put my pendulum away for now since we're done with it. So this is just one of the books called Transition to the Golden Age in 2032. Worldwide forecasts for the economy, climate, politics, and spirituality. Okay. And then we also have by her Birthing a New Civilization, Transition to the New Golden Age in 2032. And from my understanding is that these probably are going to be talking about the same things, but this one, this orange one, is definitely thicker than this blue one. So I'm thinking she just kind of like adds things. At least that's what I'm kind of guessing. Again, like I said, I haven't read them just yet, but my guess is that she's been adding things. And then we have, which is the book that Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides has been reading from in her channel, is The Golden Future. Okay. What to expect and how to reach the 5th dimension. So that's why I asked about the 5D. And then the Golden Future book has a deck that goes with it, an oracle deck that goes with it, and we'll be using this deck today. But I'd like to go ahead and read the synopsis of the Golden Future book. It says, discover how to raise your frequency and prepare for the golden future. The current period between 2012 and 2032 is the most important that there has ever been in the history of the planet. A new 5th dimensional golden age is imminent. It will be a time of peace and happiness, of caring and sharing, and of community togetherness, all supported by incredible spiritual technology. With pure water, healthy food, and free eco-power, the world as we know it will have changed beyond recognition for the better. This is inevitable. And then this book goes on to explain, it has explanations for what is happening on Earth right now, the cosmic happenings predestined by 2032, the happy and spiritually enlightened life that awaits in the golden future, and how to prepare and ascend to the fifth dimension. Okay, so that is all that spiritually is happening on our planet right now and onward. And then, like I said, the book does say that by 2050, we should reach the fifth dimension. So, like, I know that this in some ways probably sounds kind of crazy and can sound like a conspiracy, but there have been passages that Karen has read in Ask the Spirit Guides, and even actually the booklet that comes with the Oracle deck, this little book that comes with the Oracle deck. There are things in it that are talked about that it just makes you think because this isn't just talking about the future, this is also talking about our current time period. And so you listen to this and it's like, wow, okay, that actually is happening. I think there was only one thing that I heard Karen read from the book that was like, okay, that's actually a little off, or that didn't happen. But I mean, like, what we talk a lot on this channel is about energy usually changing and shifting, so that's the only thing I could think of that would happen as to why that passage, or maybe not the passage, but like maybe that paragraph or something from the book didn't really play out the same way. But this, we have to remember, this change is inevitable. So even though along the way energy is shifting and changing, we still have a path that Earth is following. This is meant to happen for Earth. And so even though humans may kind of waver on this path, it's not always going to be such a straight line. So we may waver, but we're still going to get the same results. So that's what I'm getting from these books. That's what I'm getting from when I watch the Ask the Spirit Guides channel. And that's what I wanted to talk about when I saw the question about a new world order for 2030, because that did make me think about what is really to come for this golden future. And now we're going to get into my cards a little bit here. I did start shuffling randomly off camera with one of my decks, and it's a deck I've been using a lot lately. I didn't mean to to start shuffling on camera. I just kind of felt like doing it, but then immediately the Sun card popped out when I was thinking about our future for humanity, our future for Earth. So we have that. And then some other cards popped out with it. We had third person and snake, as well as child card. So what I like though about these two cards popping up in the middle between the sun and the child card is that we have the snake, and that lately, even on another channel that I've been watching, has been popping up as the deception currently in our political system and the people who are in this administration. And I feel like the third person also implies to that, but I'm also getting with this card, it's not just the administration in the US, it could also be the interference from another country that we've been talking about, which I've mentioned before would be Yahoo, and I separate it like that just because of censorship. Even though YouTube doesn't do the censor thing like TikTok. I just really want to be careful with my wording as much as possible. But that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting like interference. And it's not just interference from another country, it's also the muskrat interfering with other countries as well. So basically, the third person card I think resembles of like, this isn't just happening in one place, this is happening all around the world, or at least in many places in the world. But then we've got the sun and we have the child. The sun is powerful, this powerful positive energy. I even see that it says climax on the card too, so kind of reaching that climax of this transformation that the planet is going through into a better future, into a better energy, into success. And then we've got child, meaning new beginnings, innocence, creativity, feeling more carefree, maybe a little bit inexperienced too, because, like, I would say for most people on this planet, we've been going through hard times, and that is kind of what a lot of us just know. So, for things to just turn in a better direction, maybe a little bit, maybe kind of suddenly, and we're not really expecting it, that is going to make us feel experienced, because it's like, wait a minute, I should be having a hard time right now. Why am I not having a hard time? But really, like, this is for the best. This is for the best of humanity. And so to see the new beginnings card and this positive energy card from the sun, I just feel like it is washing over this deception and this chaos of what we've been seeing recently in the world. Or not even just recent, like this has been building up for some time. If you really sit and think about it, this has been building up for some time. And maybe it did kind of start in 2012. Maybe a little bit sooner than that, but I know like the books talk about 2012 and beyond, and that's actually another book that this author has. I just don't have it, but 2012 and beyond, of just leading to this golden future. And then what I really liked was when I kept looking at these cards, I see we have broom, so sweeping away the old so then the new can come in. We have archer taking careful aim towards this transformation towards 2030 and 2032, and then even beyond, going into 2050. We also have waterfall. We've got abundance, but we also have overflowing, and I feel like a flood of emotions, tears of sorrow or joy. But what I get from this is just a huge sense of relief when this transformation finally settles in. And it's not just in one area. Again, this is for the entire world. And then we ended with another child card with new beginnings, and then a magnet for what we desire. Okay. And obviously there are more cards in the deck, but I just kind of feel like that's where it needed to stop. This is what we are drawing in. This is what majority of us are yearning for, is this transformation. It's just, unfortunately, in order for this transformation to set in, we need to sweep away all of the bad stuff. We need to sweep away all of this negativity. We need to take out the old, bring in the new. It just kind of sucks that it has to happen this way, but like, how else are you going to get rid of the corruption? That's like literally what just popped into my head and what my guides wanted me to say. We need to just get rid of the corruption. My guides aren't subtle sometimes. They're pretty blunt. So I want to see what kind of tarot card actually comes through for us. Okay, all right. So first card that wanted to pop out was actually the Tower. It's not the one that I was laughing about, but it does make sense that this card popped out because this card talks about things shaking up. Okay, there's a big shakeup happening, and that is definitely what we are seeing right now. And yes, the Tower card does look a little scary, but this is actually more of a positive card than it really looks. And it's that thing that we were just talking about with the Broom card. Kind of what this Tower card is talking about, revealing that corruption, revealing this negativity. We're having this huge shakeup right now, and I also feel like it's a huge shakeup to people to wake up, see what's really happening, see the truth about this corruption. This shakeup needs to happen in order for everybody to move forward. So this negativity, this scary card isn't forever. It's just, again, needs to shake up, reveal this negativity, and then we can move on. And this card that also fell out was a card that I was actually envisioning in my head before we did this. And I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if that card popped up? And that's why I laughed, because it did it did pop up. And so I feel like it's this shakeup of our government. Shakeup of probably not even just our government, but just government as a whole, just government, all the governments in the world getting shaken up and turned upside down. But I also kind of feel like this card being turned upside down, if we look at it this way, well, first, actually, let's look at it upright. If we're looking about our current vibe going on, our current energy going on, even though I would view this top image as something positive, I actually feel like just because of our current state, this is people in power trying to command everybody below them for their own gain. You know, we're talking about like billionaires ruling the world and trying to make the poor suffer even more for it. But the people down below are looking up for help. They're looking up for a savior. But what they don't know is all of the stuff probably behind this corruption, because they can't really, they don't see it. Not everybody knows about it. And so they're keeping it hidden. But if we turn it upside down, not only do we have the people now on top, finding their own voice, finding justice for themselves, but I also kind of feel like we can shake this card, and one by one, the truth starts falling out. The higher ups, the ones blowing this horn, can't hold on to the deception anymore. They can't hold on to the lies. They can't hold on to the secrets. And so now it's just going to be falling out. And the people below them are finally going to see the truths. So let's go ahead and look into our Golden Future deck. And we've got, look at this, oh my gosh. We've got world peace and cooperation. Choose harmlessness and teamwork. So that is what is to come. That's what we have to look forward to. But I also feel like this serves as a reminder of what we need to do, or serves as an answer to what we need to do to reach a better future. And in a way, you can kind of start seeing that now, because protests are not just happening in the US, they are happening in other countries too. And I've talked about this before, where I had left a comment on Ask the Spirit Guides channel. She was doing one of her energy clearing or energy cleansing videos. And I had a vision of the world, or it started out in this country first. People holding hands, standing in front of important buildings, standing in front of the White House. And then we were singing the Les Mis song, Can You Hear the People Sing, which did actually end up happening, but was actually inside the White House. But still, we have protests going on around the country. But then I felt this energy of togetherness happening around the world. Like, even though we have an ocean between us and many other countries, it's like energy wise, we are still holding hands with them. And I've seen so many comments since the 2024 election of other people from countries saying that they are praying for us, they are here for us, they are, they wish that they could just give all of us just this big hug. They want to hold hands with us. They want to help us get through this. And even though they can't be here in person to help, they are helping in other ways. They are helping energetically. They are helping spiritually. But I don't think it's just a help for our country here in the US. It is just for the entire world. So we are working towards cooperation. We are working towards teamwork. We are working towards togetherness. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to ask my pendulum if this transformation will be better for us in a social way where it brings us together. It brings us towards one another. And then we got a yes. And now I've got the World Peace and Cooperation card popping up. And I don't think that's a coincidence. And then the last card we have here is Manifestation and Mind Control. Focus your thoughts. So this, I feel like, can go two ways. One, we are manifesting towards a better future. We all want a better future. We all want a better future for humanity and for this planet. And we are being encouraged to focus on that. And I've talked about this before, that we are being encouraged to meditate. We are being encouraged to give to the light, where I talk about like having a meditation starting from like 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then each time zone at 3 o'clock is another meditation here in the US. But obviously, not everybody is from the US, so like meditate and give love and light to a better future as best you can. And even if you can't be present for a meditation at 3 o'clock because of work or something like that, then maybe you can leave a meditation video up in your house or meditation music up in your house. Or you could fall asleep to meditation music, even though it's not at 3 o'clock. It's still helping in some way to energetically lead us into a better future. Mind control on this card can definitely go towards trying to help ourselves control our thoughts and emotions, to try and help ourselves think more positively. I know it's kind of hard right now, and you're gonna have bad days. Even I have bad days where I'm just kind of like, maybe all of this that I'm doing isn't really helping. But then when I end up actually doing it, I not only do I feel better, I feel like I can help make others feel better as well. And my guides are encouraging you to do that as well. And even if you can't give your energy to others, at least try your best to give it to yourself and keep the hope that things will get better. The mind control also makes me think of what this corruption is trying to do. And so my guides encourage you to stay informed the best as possible. There are news stations out there who are not going to tell you the truth. F45 is not going to tell you the truth. Or I can even just say this administration really is not going to tell you the truth. And so it is really hard out there to know if whether what you are hearing or watching or reading is the truth. So I do encourage you to pause what you're watching, listen to what you're listening, to read what you're reading, but take a pause and do some research. See if it's actually real. I think that's just very important right now. Don't just take what is said right away. Don't believe everything that you read or hear or that you even see, because there's just a lot of manipulation going on right now. And so you really need to protect your energy, question everything, but most importantly, try to help heal yourself. And you can also try and help heal others by maybe even turning off the news for a little while and jump back into it when you're ready so you can stay informed. So I hope all of that is making sense. I know I'm kind of like rambling here. I'm like trying to figure out what else I should say. And I probably have repeated myself many times, but that's just me trying to make sure I'm getting all of my thoughts out. But I do want to just end this here by saying that a solar eclipse is actually coming this Saturday on the 29th of March 2025. And this is supposed to also bring in a lot of transformation. I'm going to be talking about it more on the 29th, and I'm actually going to do a reading while the eclipse is happening. So I may not have that recording up right away. It may not be up there day of, but at the very least, it'll be up there on the 30th. It'll be up on my channel on the 30th. But I want to end this reading by saying something that I have read about the solar eclipse. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the image that I had seen about it, but I do remember something that I had read on this image, and I think it was the most important part to take away. And I felt like that this part of the message actually implies to what we've been getting. It's a rough quote from this image that I saw because, again, I can't remember it word for word, but the meaning is the same, where it was something like, what ends must bring in something new, and what's coming in is what was always meant to be. And that made me think of the golden future. That made me think of this transformation being inevitable. Things are going to get better. Again, it may not look like it now, but time and time again, not just what I've been getting, but what others have been getting, that this future is happening. It is coming. It is inevitable. We just need to get through this tough part. Transformation is never easy, but it's important for everybody's well-being. It is important for everybody's future. It's important for humanity's future. It's important for our planet's future. So please do your best to hold on to the light, hold on to love, hold on to hope. Just do your best every day. Do what you can every day. And even if you have a day where you feel like nothing's going to get better, just remind yourself that it's okay to have these thoughts and feelings now, but these thoughts and feelings will end, and you will have a better day where you are going to feel more positive. And I say this from experience because that's what's been happening with me recently. And it's not just me. I've also seen my loved ones, my friends and my family do the same thing. Hold on to hope the best you can. But thank you so much for coming by and listening to this video. I know it was a long one. I didn't expect it to be this long, but I do feel like it was important to get this message out. So thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Be on the lookout for a new video about the solar eclipse that's going to be happening. I will dive in a little bit deeper into that and what this specific solar eclipse is all about. So I will see you in the next video. Bye!